I'm going to show you a fourth match played between s0s and Scarlett on Intel Extreme Masters PyeongChang Tournament 2018 Grand Final. Scarlett is on the right, s0s is on the left. IEM Season 12 PyeongChang is the second event of IEM Season 12, which hosts a Starcraft 2 tournament organized by ESL and held in PyeongChang, South Korea. It has a prize pool of $150,000. It's an offline tournament, 1 versus 1, with 7 maps, and payout as follows. The first place gets $50,000, the second place gets $25,000, third 4 places get $12,500, fifth 8th place gets $6,500, ninth 16th places get $30,000, 17th 18th place gets $3,000. Here you can take a look at a full list of participants. You can stop the video at any time and have a closer look. Here is the results and the full bracket. I'm showing you this match right here, Scarlett versus s0s. A match on Acid Plant. The one win and the only win by s0s. Now, surprisingly, s0s in his previous games, as you can already see against DNS, Kalazur Special, he did not lose a single match, while in this match against Scarlett, he has barely won a single match. Well, unfortunately for him. Here you can also take a look at racial distribution, map statistics. Furthermore, you can watch some of the matches from IEM Season 12 PyeongChang Tournament by going to AndYouLeftTHeGAme YouTube channel. You can find this channel by typing AndYouLeftTHeGAme on Google or into YouTube search bar. Obviously, you can find it on other search engines also. So type AndYouLeftTHeGAme, click enter, and here you may find one of the 2 channels. If you find the channel, the first channel in mind, the one that has no blank space, then click on it and you'll be where you have to be, right there. Here you can go to playlists and search for the game you wish to see. For example, Leipzig 2018 Starcraft 2 tournament. Go there and you will be able to see all those matches out there. On the other hand, if you ended up with a searchless result that has blank spaces, that's AndYouLeftTHeGAme. Click on it and go to featured channel section. Click on AndYouLeftTHeGAme without blank space and you'll be right there. Furthermore, I want to show you more information about the players. The first player that I have in mind is s0s. He's a Protoss player. His name is Kim Yo Jin. He's 24 years old and he had many nicknames. Another alternative ID in the past, that's Shy. He used to be called Trickster, Trickster Toss, Cash O Cash, Heartbreak Protoss, $1 Million Man, La Cucaracha. He made over $500,000 playing Starcraft 2. Furthermore, you can read more about him season by season. You can read about the tournaments that he played in, notable moments there. And there's quite a bit of information about the tournaments that he was participating in here. And all the nitty-gritty details that happened in those tournaments. Like, for example, who didn't made it and so on. Legacy of the Void section. You can also learn about his trivias, awards, achievements in various tournaments. You can find out tournaments that he made the most money or the tournaments where he made the least money. Learn about them. Championships, interviews. There are quite a few interviews that there are out there. Matches and the gallery. Here you see how he actually looks like. His opponent is Scarlett. Her name is Sasha Host and she is also 24 years old as her opponent. She's from Canada, she plays Zerg, and she had also many alternative nicknames and many alternative IDs such as EC Scarlett, Cat, Acer Scarlett, Tosimba, Ekaterina, Avril Lavigne, Shura. Her nicknames: the Queen of Blades, Form Zerg, the Queen of Psyblades. She made over $250,000 playing Starcraft 2. You can also read through her matches here. Notable moments. Return to America, September 2013-2015. Legacy of the Void, Olympic glory. Learn more about her trivia. Achievements in premier tournaments, major tournaments, minor tournaments, premier team leagues, championships. You can also find many more videos of her matches, interviews that date back to 2012, articles, and check out many pictures of her. Now let's go to the match itself. Scarlett versus s0s. Current score is 3-0 and Scarlett is in lead. A very significant lead currently by Scarlett. She only needs to win a single match and $50,000. The cup and title of the winner is hers. Here I'm gonna go for a faster play speed, because that's the play speed that is used in the tournaments. However, as you've already noticed, the normal speed it is actually not as fast. Now we just noticed that s0s has sent a probe to scout through this, and the last time the probe did not manage to scout Zergling cheese play because s0s was not prepared really. However, this time we certainly are sure that s0s will know what's about to happen here. In any case, 2 hatcheries, and these are going to be filled with drones. Soon 2 overlords moving into s0s's bases for scouting purposes. It seems that Scarlett is eyeing for a third base right now. Waypoints are being set there. Or maybe those Zerglings are there solely to scout if Protoss is building any proxy bases there. It could be also just that. Now, it seems that that probe was found due to circumstance because Scarlett did indeed decided to open up a third base out there. Defensive queens are in place, but not that many troops are being built by either side. We see that resources are very much similar. Here we see a transport overlord or drop lord that is going to try to drop many links. However, it looks like Scarlett has decided to not commit, and with that Phoenix she won't even fly those Zerglings there closer. You see, Oracle can only attack ground units. For as long as those Zerglings are being dropped closer to the probes, things may be different. However, not in this case. Now, 3 bases. All of these 3 bases are operational. Soon the third base is going to be filled out completely. Both of the players have extremely similar number of harvesters, and that's probably the strategy that's being employed consistently through the games. There's just probably that many that can be built, and these are being prioritized to be. Furthermore, we see that the armies are not being constructed. No offensive plays are done really. Well, right now Scarlett did manage to build up a bunch of Zerglings, but so far it was very quiet. Some attempts were made, however those attempts were very successfully dealt with. In here the queen drop will not take place. As you can see, many queens would have been dropped. However, it's not going to go into fruition. Here a third base is being quite successfully denied here. Scarlett didn't notice that some of her links were stuck behind the force field. s0s is proved to be a really good player when it comes to dropping those force fields in a very strategically important positions. It seems that there are quite a few banelings in those overlords out there. I suspect a baneling drop, and this could be devastating for s0s. The killing too many probes could be a deciding factor when there's only 2 bases versus Zerg 3 bases. So as you can see here, the banelings didn't do much damage because they automatically attacked Archons, who didn't have the problem dealing with them in just one hit. In any case, I think that Scarlett does have an advantage. However, she's not using that advantage and not trying to break into the base. at the same time destroying those buildings because she expects too much resistance from s0s that could with the relative ease win. However, it seems that she will just retreat her forces back and will try to strengthen her position before a new offensive takes place. Here what do we see? We see that a few zealots and have been worked in, and a couple of archons have been transported in. However, this drop wasn't proving to be successful because it has been caught, and it turned out to be a foolish attack rather than a well-timed drop. A powerful drop with 2 archons and zealots. Probably no reserve forces would have been able to deal with that if there's an offensive going on. Here we see another batch of troops, relatively powerful army, quite a few mortals, quite a few archons, sentries, blocking out Scarlett's movement. Those banelings are not capable of making any significant attacks. They're being sniped away. I think that those force fields have done a truly powerful job here. Truly amazing indeed. The roaches are not capable of breaking through. And another battle. As you can see, obviously Scarlett does have superiority, but she does not want to lose a 3rd base, and that is the reason for her mistakes here. Because her army is not fully fighting, and instead of sacrificing the 3rd base, she is sacrificing her armies one after another, and this turns out to be too much for her economy. Wow, we see that the force fields and the mortals behind those force fields can, with a relative ease I would say, kill off everything that Scarlett is throwing at him. In any case, there's plenty of resources, and Scarlett has been consistently outproducing the Protoss player. Is another battle that's going to take place. Once again, s0s has a very powerful heavy army that's only or mostly focused on ground units. I would say that Scarlett's decision not to build many air units is not going to help her. Obviously the roaches are good, but the force fields are going to make the roaches less effective here, as you can see. Roaches got eaten by all those immortals. And it looks like without any forces to defend her bases, Scarlett would lose. However, s0s decides to retreat, and this does give additional time to strengthen their forces here. We can see that supply isn't high for both races. However, that immortal drop did make Scarlett move its drones from a position. Not that many troops are being built. In any case, Scarlett is not changing, not transitioning into lurkers or hydralisks, into air units. She's just going for the same roach zergling play that is not rage zergling baneling play that is not winning her battles from the very beginning of it all. And here we see another battle with the same roach ravager composition against the same immortal zealot sentry. Distance warping play, and it isn't working out. The Protoss was consistently warping in units using Warp Prism, and s0s has successfully made its first win. The current score is 3-1.